Hey, don't you just love reading? Today we're gonna read a book. So, I will read you and you can push the stop button and repeat every sentence. So I will make pauses after every sentence. Why? Because this way you can learn new words about amazing animals and about some math, because this book has some math, salvation and animal story. So we're gonna start with it. Next time we'll choose some other book and let's go there. So the beginning. Amazing animals. The world of multiplication. Math is an important part of everyday life. One of the most important math skills we use is multiplication. Some multiplication problems require regrouping. Sometimes when you are multiplying, the answer in a place, like the one place, will have two digits. You have to regroup the answer so that there is just one digit in each place. This is something you have already learned to do in addition problems. I hope you did that. We can use this skill to discover lots of fun facts about the amazing animals that live around us. Okay, look at the example. Do the math. 34 multiply 5 is, or we can say equals, 117. How do we do that? Okay. Regrouping happens in a multiplication problem when the answer for one place is a two-digit number. In this problem, 5 multiplied by 4 equals 20. The 0 stays in the ones place below the... The 0 stays in the ones place below the line, and the 2 gets carried up and placed over the 3. Then 5 multiplied 3 equals 15. But your work isn't done until you add the 2 to the tens place. So what you're going to do, you get 15 plus 2, and then you will write it down under the line. Frogs in your backyard. Have you ever seen a frog in your backyard? Frogs are amphibians. They live half of their lives in the water and half on land. The bullfrog is the largest frog found in America. A bullfrog can leap 12 times its own body length in one jump. How far can an 8-inch bullfrog jump in 5 leaps? Let's some math. First, let's figure out how far it can jump in one leap. Multiply its length, 8 inches, by 12 to get 96 inches. To find out how far it jumps in 5 leaps, multiply the length of one jump, 96 inches, by 5. This bullfrog can jump 480 inches in 5 leaps. Regrouping is necessary when multiplying 8 by 2 in the first problem. The answer, 16, is a two-digit number. Place the 6 below the line. Carry the 1 up and place it above the number in the tens place. So there is 1, right? Okay. Now multiply 8 by 1, which equals 8. However, your answer isn't final until you add the 1 that you carried over to the 8. Then 8 plus 1 equals 9. Your final answer is 96 inches. Wow. I hope you got it. Skillful snakes. Over 2,000 different kinds of snakes live around the world. Snakes are reptiles. They are cold-blooded and have scaly skin. When a snake outgrows its skin, it molts or sheds off. Oi. When a snake outgrows its skin, it molts or sheds it. Sheds its skin. Some tropical snakes molt 6 times a year. Oh wow, it's like changing their dresses 6 times a year. We change our dresses more often. Okay. In 15 years, about how many times would one of these tropical snakes have molted? Interesting question. Multiply 15 years by the number of times it molted each year, 6. This snake molted about 90 times in its life. Look at the example. 15 years multiplied by 6 times equals 90 times. Got it? I hope. Let's do the math. That's 13 multiplied 6. Okay. If these snakes lived to be only 13 years old, how many times would it have molted in its life? To find out, multiply 13 years by 6. The answer is 78 times. Shark teeth. Did you know that sharks were around even before the dinosaurs? The earliest shark appeared on Earth about 400 million years ago. There are about 370 different kinds of sharks, which live in waters all around the world, or we can say all over the world. Some sharks are as small as 6 inches. The largest sharks can be as long as 50 feet. Sharks' mouths are filled with rows of teeth. When a shark loses a tooth, it is replaced by the tooth behind it. Wow! Lemon sharks, named for their yellow back, can replace one tooth in just 8 days. How many days would it take for a lemon shark to replace 172 teeth? Let's do the math. Let's get the calculation done. So, multiplying the number of teeth lost, which is 172, by the days needed to replace each tooth, which is 8, will give you the right answer. Okay, it would take 178 multiplied by 8, 172 multiplied by 8 equals 1,376 days. For this shark to replace 172 teeth, that's almost 4 years. How do we know that? Because we divided 1,376 by 364. How many days are there in the year? I forgot. Which is almost 4 years. Okay. I hope you figured out this calculation. Because we calculate first, we count 8. We multiply 2 by 8, which is 16. So we write 6 down under the line, and we keep 1 up. So we put it over 7 to do the next math. Now we multiply 8 by 7, which is 56. How do you know that, right? It's already multiplication table, which you must remember by heart. So 7 by 8 is 56, but we write down only 6, but we have 1 up. So 56 plus 1 is 57. So we'll write 7 under the line, and we put up the 5. 5 will go to hundreds. So now we multiply the hundreds. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8, right? But we have this 5 up, so we have 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. We have no other digits ahead, so we'll just write it down, 13, which is 1,376. You get it? Let's continue. Now next, a spider's silk. Many people think that spiders are insects, but they aren't. Spiders belong to a group of animals called arachnids. If you like Greek mythology, there was a woman called Arachna, and she used to do knitting. She loved knitting a lot, and she's been knitting all the beautiful things. And Hera, the goddess who was Zeus' wife, she hated her because she could make this knitting more beautiful than Hera could. Or maybe she said something that Hera, how do you pronounce her name? Because I used to learn it in Russian and it was pronounced like Gera. And so she was offended by Arachna's skill, and she did the magic, and Arachna turned into a spider. So since that time, this woman is knitting all the time, and not only her, but all her descendants, all her future children. That's why they are arachnids. There where we got the word from. All right. Spiders have only 2 body parts, while insects have 3. Most insects have 6 legs, but spiders have 8. Really, you can count that. If you catch any little bug, even a cockroach, they all have 6 legs, but spiders have 8. All right, most spiders build webs with silk, which they make in their bodies. Remember Spider-Man? Different spiders make different kinds of silk and build webs of different shapes. Spider silk is the strongest natural fiber that exists. It's even stronger than steel. Spider silk can be stretched up to 2 times its length without breaking. That's amazing. Let's do the math. If a strand of spider silk is 29 inches long, how far could it stretch without breaking? Since it can stretch 2 times its original length without breaking, we multiply 29 inches by 2. It can stretch up to 58 inches without breaking. Awesome. Elephant's dinner. Elephants are the largest animals that live on land. They live in the wild in Africa and Asia. You might have seen elephants in a zoo. Elephants are the 2nd tallest animal in the world and can weigh more than 12,000 pounds. Elephants have long trunks that they use to smell and breathe. Smell and breathe. An elephant's trunk also acts as an arm, which they use to pick up their dinner. Elephants eat grass, plants, leaves, and fruits. A wild elephant eats about 300 pounds of food a day and spends 16 hours each day eating. How much food can you eat during the day? All right, let's do the math. If a wild elephant spends 16 hours eating each day, how many hours will it spend eating in 1 week? Just multiply 16 hours by 7 days. So that's right. An elephant spends 112 hours a week eating. That's about 4.5 days. Baby whales. The blue whale is the largest animal, not a fish, an animal, that has ever lived either on land or in the water. A blue whale can be over 100 feet long and can weigh 300,000 pounds. Oh, by the way, pay attention how we pronounce numbers. So we say 300, not S, 300,000 pounds. So plural thing will only go to the item which we count. For example, I have $3,400,000. All the numbers go without S. S will go only to dollars, chairs, pounds, whatever we are counting. Okay, let's continue. Whales are mammals, the same as people. Oh, yeah, just like people are. They are warm-blooded. They are warm-blooded. They give birth to live babies, and mothers feed their young with milk from their bodies. Blue whales give birth to one baby at a time. Baby blue whales are called calves, the same as little cows. When a calf is born, it can be 23 feet long and weigh as much as 4,000 pounds. Oh, that's a heavy one. A baby blue whale can gain up to 250 pounds a day. That's 2 times heavier than me. Okay, let's do the math. How many pounds can a baby blue whale gain in 1 week? Since there are 7 days in a week, you simply multiply the amount it can gain in 1 day, which is 250 pounds, by the number of days, which is 7. A baby blue whale can gain up to 1,750 pounds in 1 week. Oh, buckle up. We still have 3 more pages about pandas, about little hummingbirds, and something more, ants. All right, a panda's favorite food. Pandas are giant black and white animals that live in Asia. Some scientists think that pandas are bears. Not deers, bears. Beer is a drink. Bear is an animal. Bear. Other scientists say that they aren't because bears eat other animals and pandas do not. Bears do eat other animals? Yes, bears do. Pandas eat mainly bamboo. Bamboo is a giant grass. Oh, it's not a tree, it's grass that grows mostly in tropical areas. Even though pandas eat plants, their bodies have trouble changing plants into energy. They have to eat a lot of bamboo in order to get enough energy to live. A giant panda eats about 85 pounds of bamboo a day. 85 pounds, oh my, it's a lot. So let's do the math. If each panda eats 85 pounds of bamboo a day, how many pounds of bamboo do 5 pandas eat in 1 day? How many pounds of bamboo does 1 panda eat in 5 days? If you did the math correctly, you should get the same answer. Because whatever you multiply, 5 multiply 85 or 85 multiply 5, there is no difference. It will be all the same, 425 pounds of bamboo. There we go. Winds that hum. Hum, hum, hum. That's when you sing inside yourself. You hum. Hummingbirds are colorful birds with long, thin bills for sipping the sweet liquid found inside flowers. This bee hummingbird is the smallest bird in the world. It is only 2 inches long. The giant hummingbird is just 8 inches long. I don't know what 8 inches are. It's something like 16 centimeters. Yeah, like that. Okay, hummingbirds have the fastest wings in the world. In fact, their name comes from the humming sound their wings make. Scientists have measured a rabbit-throated hummingbird's wind speed at 75 beats per second. Oh my! How many times would the bird's wing beat in 3 seconds? Let's do the math. If a rabbit-throated hummingbird beats its wings 225 times in 3 seconds, how many times would it beat its wings in 6 seconds? To find out, multiply 75 by 6. You could also multiply 225 by 2. The answer is all the same, 450 times. And the last story, the last page. Math is everywhere. There are many fun new facts you can learn by using math skills. Your friends will be amazed, surprised, shocked by all the facts you've figured out. Like how much weight a baby blue whale gains, like how much weight a baby blue whale gains in 1 week, and how far a bullfrog can jump. Once you've figured out all the problems in this book, try to come up with your own. Create your own problems. The world we live in is full of math problems. If we take the time to understand and practice multiplication and regrouping, we can discover new things about the world we live in. That's an amazing book. And there is glossary, the words which you can learn or which you have learned from this book. It would be great if you learn them all. Thank you for watching me. And you can offer the next book for reading, but for now I plan to read either this, that, or maybe the comic books about Diana. I actually like the history book about Maya. So sign up, click the like button, and continue.